Hello! Welcome to Knit and Kitten podcast number 8. My name is Mallory, otherwise known as Just a Dose of Love all around the internet, so you can find me under Just a Dose of Love on Reddit, Twitter, Ravelry, Instagram, and Facebook. That might be the first time I got them all without too much effort. I have also added those to my channel information, so you can actually click on any of those links, I guess, and it will take you right to my profile on any of those. So again, my name is Mallory. I am recording in Edmonton, Alberta. It is, what time is it? 7:02 on October 4th. So it is October already. Oh my gosh, how did that happen so quick? October is my favorite month. First of all, it's my birthday month, but really, I like Halloween. I don't get all crazy dressed up. We don't decorate a whole lot around here. It just happens to be my favorite holiday. I mean, growing up, it always worked out that I had a lot of candy on my birthday. So my birthday's on the 29th. So right around there, you know, you go trick-or-treating on Halloween and people give you free chocolate. So what is better than having free chocolate and candy on your birthday? Nothing. Oh, it's like the best holiday to have a birthday around. Plus you get to get dressed up, and there's always something going on Halloween, so there's like always something to do. And just the fact that I happen to like sitting at home giving out candy, you know, that's secondary. It doesn't really matter. It just happens to be my favorite holiday. That's a little bit of a rant. So it's October. We still have leaves here. We did get snow. Calgary got like 16 inches of snow, which is insane. We did not. We had our snow that first couple weeks there in September, and it like snows occasionally in, you know, during the day now, but nothing is stuck. We still have the leaves. This is probably the longest that I've seen us have yellow and orange leaves in Edmonton since I've moved here. So that's really neat. And since there are still leaves, there's still a chance that I get to go for my River Valley walk. I was a little worried because it was so snowy at one point that I wasn't going to get to fully enjoy it, but I still have hope. So now that got some, you know, ranting out of the way, I'm just gonna dive right into what's on my needles. What is on my needles? I only have one thing on my needles right now. Oh no, my finished socks are over there still. I'm gonna have to run and go get them when it comes time for that. So anyways, I have a hat on my needles. So I had been talking about my Jeffery hat that I was going to make for Jeffrey. I'm really slow on this one right now. I should be finished, really, I should be finished by now, but I'm not. I might be halfway. I need to get on that. He told me he's going to be here possibly until Christmas, so, I mean, it's his own fault for telling me that. Now I don't have to rush. That's a bad excuse. Really, I'm just being slow on it. I haven't really been in too much of a knitting mood this last week. I don't really know why. I just end up being really tired by the time I end up picking my knitting up, and my hands are just kind of like not moving very quick, and I put it down pretty quick. But I have been working on this hat. It is in my metal zipper bag number 2. I haven't said that in a while. And it's using, I don't know, Louet gems in their olive colorway. So it's 100% merino, and it's a hat, and it's worsted weight. And I'm just going to show it to you. There's not a whole lot to see yet. So here it is, that beautiful olive. It's got little circle cables occasionally, so there's a whole bunch of different sets of stockinette stripes that are going to have a circle cable in them in one place or another, so it's going to be kind of like, you know, throughout the hat. And so far there's this is what it looks like so far. That's how it's panning out. So I'm definitely going to have this finished before next podcast so I can show it to you at that time. And I think it'll be a little easier to show then just the kind of madness that's going on in my mind. I hope it pans out, honestly. Every time I try a new pattern that I'm working on, I just kind of like, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I hope it turns out the way it it looks in my head. But I don't know if it will. So hopefully it turns out the way that I would like to, and then I can show you then. And it's the first time that I've used my 3.5 mil / US 4 needles for the brim of a hat instead of using the same size all the way, because I didn't even think about that, but apparently that's something you do, so that's a little tighter on the crown, the brim. Makes a whole lot of sense. That makes way more sense than using it all the same size, since you want the brim to be a little tighter, right? But hey, you never know these things if people don't suggest them to you, so. Thanks, Tanya. That was a great suggestion. I can see why people would do that. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, yeah. I pulled my little owl stitch marker out of hibernation. Isn't he cute? Ah, he's so cute. It's this little brown owl. I think he goes really nicely with the olive color of this hat. Not that that has anything to do with anything. It makes me happy every time I go around and I see him waiting at the end of the row for me. Little owl face. So cute. Okay. So that's the only thing I have on my needles right now. Off my needles, I'm going to be right back and go grab my socks. 1 sec. Okay, so I realized it was getting way too dark, so I've turned on my lights, and I'm going to pick up not where I left off actually. I went way past that spot where I left off, but it's okay. We're going to pick up from where I was going to get my socks, because I left the camera, so I might as well slice it here. Yes. So, went to go grab my socks. Last podcast I had promised, I definitely had hoped to finish one, if not both, of my farmer's daughter socks, and I did. So I have finished both of them. So here's one farmer's daughter sock, and here's two, matching pair. Ah, 2 there. I am so happy with how these turned out. I hope you can see it. I hope the light's not terrible. Honestly, I'm a little cranky that I ran out of daylight. I ran out of daylight and I had to turn my lights on, and I'm a little cranky, so hopefully this works out okay. I'm sorry if it is subpar. I am gonna get a lighting system. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to switch my spot too, actually. If we're gonna have lights here, it's not gonna work here, so we'll figure it out. Anyways, farmer's daughter sock. And rant. These are both done in Malabrigo in their sock base. And this is the Fresco Seco colorway, and this is the Abril. And this is the first set of contrasting heels, cuffs, and toes. Heels, cuffs, and toes. Yes, heels, cuffs, and toes that I have ever done, and I honestly couldn't be happier with how it turned out. I was really, really apprehensive about it, and I think I, somewhere in the middle of being so apprehensive, fell in love with how it turned out. I just love it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And I think this kind of looks like barley in a field. That's what it makes me think of. That's kind of what I was aiming for with these socks, hence the farmer's daughter. And it ends up with this really neat little texture on the front. Just little bumps, just little waves. And I'm going to actually take it off and put it on my sock blocker just so you can see the pattern a little better. Chris thinks I'm crazy when I said it kind of looks like barley in a field, but there, you can see it way better now. So again, I couldn't be happier with how these turned out. I'm so happy with how these turned out. And I think I'm probably going to make my mom a pair. She is a farmer's daughter after all, and she really likes her knitted socks. I'm just going to have to figure out what color I need. What color? She really likes green, but I feel like if you overdo the green, maybe she just has too much green. Is that how it works with favorite colors? I know personally, I guess I'm pretty happy with anything orange. Opinions? If you have a favorite color, can people give you too many things that are that color? Then I worry about having the wrong, like what if I pick a green and she hates that kind of green? What if it's got the wrong undertone? I don't know. I'll stop being a crazy person, sorry. I will stop being a crazy person. So there I have my 2 finished Farmer's Daughter socks. And my hat that's in progress. That's it. That's all that's on and off my needles right now. I feel like such a slacker. I mean, I guess I did finish some socks, but I feel like such a slacker. Next week I'll have a finished Jeffery hat for sure. Absolutely. Maybe I'll have started my sister's hat too. Maybe I'll have a new pair of socks started. Who knows? The world is full of possibilities. Yep. Tea time. I hope you saw my tea owl earlier. I love my little tea owl. He is a single serving tea, what is it? Tea for one, that's what they call it. Tea for one, because it's 1 cup of tea and it comes with its matching teapot, and they sit on top of each other and they get stored like that, and it's perfect for 1 person for tea. Since there's only 1 cup, you can only really have 1 person. And it's a small little teapot, so it can't really hold too much more than 1 cup anyways. And today I am drinking a bagged tea. So this is probably my favorite teapot, honestly, but it doesn't have, it's not a filter, it's just like a tea leaf catch. The word's escaping me, but I didn't feel like finding a tea ball to hold my loose tea. So today we are drinking Twinnings, pomegranate and raspberry from Connor's stash. I stole the tea bag. He'll never know. Actually, he might. I don't care. I'm stealing his tea. And it's delicious. Honestly, Connor has some of the best tea in the house, probably. Oh, so good. So good. And I didn't burn myself. That's always a plus. I say that a lot. I guess I should go into like just a really quick backstory here. Back when I was in like junior, senior high, I would go get hot chocolate from the convenience store 2-3 times a week on my lunch break. And basically every single time I would burn my tongue. I would burn my tongue and it sucked. So finally I've learned not to burn my tongue because I like my taste buds too much for that, and there's nothing worse than burning your tongue on a hot drink, especially when it's one that you like, because then it ruins the rest of the drink for you and all the rest of the food you eat that day, and it just hurts. So that's why I'm proud when I don't burn my face every time I drink some hot chocolate, hot drink, hot whatever. Not that you needed to know that, but it's, we all have our challenges. That just happens to be mine. One of mine. I'm gonna stop rambling. Yeah, okay. Stash enhancement. That's exciting, right? So I love this yarn that I'm knitting Jeffrey's hat in so much, actually, that I went and I bought some more. It is the same. It's Louet. We're just going to stick with that. Louet gem in their worsted base. They don't have a base listed. Maybe gems is the base. I don't know. Anyways, it's 100% merino, and it's in the Peacock colorway, and here it is. Oh, isn't that a gorgeous color? Oh, it's so pretty. I actually bought this specifically with my sister in mind. So her favorite color is blue, at least it was when we were growing up, like always was, probably always will be. And it will be a hat for her for Christmas. That's my plan. Oh, I can hear Jeffrey coming up the stairs. Come over just a little. Oh, no, that's actually not bad.
All right.
Meet Jeffrey.
Hi.
Hi. He's the one who's getting the hat. Want to see what your hat looks like?
I am excited.
It's not done. It's not even close to done yet, but I'll show you what it kind of looks like for now.
Okay.
I'll have it finished for next podcast.
This is with the shiny green stuff.
Yeah. What do you think?
It looks kind of like the entrance to an air vent right now. But...
Yeah. Kind of looks like a whirly bird if you flip it the other way.
No, this is amazing. I'm so excited.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was trying to come up with a clever name. Honestly, I think I'm just going to call it Jeffrey.
The Jeffery?
The Jeffery, just Jeffery.
It
It's
is-
going to be a Jeffery hat for Jeffery.
It is green, and legalization in Canada is coming around, so
Oh dear.
you could be selling the Jeffreys.
No, it'll just be Jeffery.
Way to go.
Yes. I was
Yeah.
trying to come up with something whimsical or, whatever. It just wasn't coming.
It is an epic.
I just couldn't.
Yeah. I'm
What
so
do you think? It's got little circles.
I'm so excited to finally be getting a hat. This is awesome. Yeah. And I'm going to bring this everywhere.
Good.
Yeah.
He likes to travel. He's gonna travel the world with my hat.
Word.
And
Yeah.
I better get all of the selfies with the hat in all of the cool places like the Eiffel Tower, and you should have done it. Well, I should have had a hat for you for the Statue of Liberty.
Actually, that's going to be
That
what
would
I'm
have
going to
been
do.
great.
I'm going to have the, I'll do images with the hat around the world.
Just tag me in all of your Instagram posts because
Yeah.
I made your hat.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, Jeffery, we're not going to skip yet. I'm going to finish talking about stash enhancement, and then we're going to talk about some other stuff. So,
Stash enhancement.
ooh, you're going to get like some mustache wax.
I have
That's
some.
a thing, right?
But you have to commit. You have to shave everything below the
Ugh.
curly point.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like
It's
a
a thing.
lot of work.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Stash enhancement. Yes, so I bought this. And I actually forced Chris to come into the yarn store with me as well. When I was like, what color do I want? Do I want this blue? Oh yeah, that's probably the blue. And I looked at him like, do you want a new hat? He's like, sure, I guess. I'm like, cool, you have to choose your yarn. And he's like, oh. Oh, there's this green one, I guess. And I'm like, well, is that what you want? Well, the one that you want? He's like, I don't know. Well, we're not leaving till you choose.
And that's how you
So-
weasel your way into having another bunch of yarn.
Yeah, that's how I justify it.
Yeah, I didn't buy this.
So-
I had to have this.
This is the yarn that Chris chose. So it is by Handmaiden, except it's Eden, that's the name, and it's Immoral Fibres, yeah. And it's actually exclusive to my local yarn store. So here it is. It's got all these browns and greens and yellows, and it kind of makes me think of fall, actually.
I was just going to say that, actually.
Yeah, it is very autumny, right? Or woodsy.
Bunch of twigs.
Bunch of twigs. So there it is. It's actually an interesting blend. Where did I write that? It's the Mount Tabor colorway. I guess that's probably something that you would want to know, except it's exclusive to my yarn store, so I guess you can't really get that anywhere else. Sorry. Mount Tabor, it is 81% merino, 9% cashmere, and 10% nylon. So it would be really nice in a shawl, except it's going to be a hat. And it's going to be the softest soft hat. Yes. So, there it is. I'm not gonna be started this by next podcast. But I'm gonna keep it, and they wound it up for me, and it's great. And then I actually went today to grab it because they couldn't find it when I bought it, and she almost couldn't find it and almost had a heart attack. No, I didn't, but I was a little worried.
You're the only person I know who would have some anxiety over lost yarn.
Well, everyone who's watching, probably.
Oh, I'm new here, as it turns
You're
out.
new here.
Everyone's like, and I'm like, oh.
Lost yarn, man, that's like $60 of yarn right here.
That's a yarn investment. Yeah.
Yarn investment.
Mm-hmm.
It's a yarn problem.
It's pretty rad. Yep.
Yeah, so there. That's all my stash enhancement. And that's about it, actually. Yes, so Jeffery is staying at my house for the next couple days, and he's painting my living room.
It's finally time.
It's finally time. So next time we podcast, it's going to look different.
Yeah.
The wall's going to be a different color, which is great, because I hate this color. I hate it so much.
Right now, it kind of looks like one of these threads in this.
Except less pretty.
And eventually, it's going to look more like this, except white and gray. I'm a painter. That's what I do.
He is a painter. Yeah, I've had this planned out for a long time, and I'm so excited because there's like all these stupid nail holes, and over here where my curtains are that you can't see up on the wall, there's like old curtains used to be or something, but there's a whole bunch of paint chips off the wall just in one corner, and I've hated it since I moved in. It's been 4 long years, and I'm so glad it's not going to look like that anymore.
Yeah, I'm excited to play an audiobook and then paint your house. Yeah.
Ooh, nice. I'm going to be at work.
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't let anyone take the stuff down around this corner until after we podcasted. So
So that way you have
the rest of the living room's a bare mess.
Is it nice? Is it nice to have an empty space and get a chance to
No,
rebuild it?
no, it's actually really stressful.
Oh.
Yeah, I took down all the pictures off the wall. I was like, I don't like it. I hate it. It's just like when I moved in. It's awful. I hate it.
We'll get it cleaned up here for you.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
That was it. That's it. That's new. And I'm gonna have a new wall next time you're here.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna look awesome.
Neat. I think that's it.
Have a good day, guys.
Yeah.
Or evening or night, whenever you're watching this.
Yes. Well, by the time this gets uploaded, it's gonna be like 1 a.m. on Friday.
Well, if you, I hope all of your subscribers are like at 1 a.m. It's on. It's on.
Oh, it's on. I'm not even like it's on. I just let I'm like upload when it's done. Yes. So, as always, feel free to comment or comment any questions or that's a stupid sentence. Why
If
did
you
I
have
write that?
any yarn questions, comment or email her.
Or just leave comments and email regardless. I like hearing from you guys. That's cool. You know, Steph chimed in that I'm not a crazy person when I use my locking stitch markers on my crochet project, so thank you. It makes me feel a little more validated. I appreciate that. You can email me, Mallory at JustADoseOfLove.com, and all of the contact info will actually be below in the show notes. So, that's it.
That's all.
Bye!
Have a great night, guys.